Abbie Thoughts, Abbie Thoughts, says whatever Abbie wants. Look out, here comes the Abbie Thoughts.
Hi, so welcome to Abbie Thoughts, and I just wanted to start a podcast and talk about stories that I read during the week that I just find funny or interesting for whatever reason. So this week, the first story I noticed was about the Pope slapping a woman's hand. She seemed to sort of grab him and to get her off him. He just sort of kind of bitch slapped her hand away. And it just brought up so many thoughts, like, I'm not exactly sure why we can't have a black pope if this is what the white one's doing. You know what I mean? Like, apparently slaps now are just free for everybody. So he did end up apologizing and saying, oh, even I get upset sometimes, which I thought was very human of him. But yeah, I just found it pretty funny, as I guess the rest of the world did, otherwise it wouldn't have become a news story. And then you have Muslim men opening up about the financial strain of extravagant weddings. I always wondered about that, like, I thought it was the bride's family pay for everything, but it turns out that a Muslim man isn't allowed to ask a woman for money, and the woman's money, any money she has, belongs to her. So the man is obligated to spend on his wife and children, which suddenly makes ISIS a very viable prospect. But no, I'm joking. I just think it's good. Old-fashioned values, like, so much easier when you know that he's going to be paying for everything. But apparently it's, the woman can choose to help out if she wants to. But it's actually up to the guy to shoulder the responsibility of paying for everything. So yeah, like, that's a lot to deal with, and it may be cheaper too. Yes. So a man has woken up to find a burglar sucking his toes. Guess where it happened? Florida, you're right. This is like a big story. It's sort of gone all around the world. But I feel like this is just a typical day for a woman. Like, the kind of nonsense we regularly deal with, finding somebody sucking your toes is like, whatever. But because it happened to a guy, suddenly it's all, the worst thing ever. Although the rest of the story is really traumatizing. Like, I really feel like this guy is going to need a lot of years of therapy, because this is some deep shit. Like, it's not enough that you came into my house to steal, then you've also got to, like, start sucking my toes. Like, seriously, this burglar is just officially the worst. But yeah, just when you think crime can't get any worse, there's just new levels of insanity that people sink to. Just that image. Just like, times are tough out there. Is Tinder really not letting people do stuff like that anyway? I don't know. I just think that's like insult on top of insult. I hope the guy had bunions just to piss that guy off.
So the last story I found interesting this week is Yusaku Maizawa, a Japanese billionaire, is looking for a girlfriend to take with him on his moon voyage. The trip is scheduled for 2023 on the SpaceX Elon Musk space trip, and I find it really interesting, the advert that he's written to get applications from women who might be looking to take a trip to space with a Japanese billionaire. He says, as feelings of loneliness and emptiness slowly begin to surge upon me, there's one thing that I think about, continuing to love one woman. I want to shout our love and world peace from outer space. So emotional. It was like Al Green meets Teddy Pendergrass, or like a Boys to Men record. And that is it for the things that I noticed this week that I thought were strange and wonderful and funny, and that I just needed to say something about. So hopefully you will keep listening and tune in on another week to hear some more things that I have to say about the world. And FYI, the Pope is 83 years old. Did you know that? That is insane. But wow, Vatican City life. It might not be the worst thing to apply to be a monk. Bye.